Governor, the scientific community suggests to us that if we do not transform not only our energy system, but the global energy system, there will be irreparable underlying damage done to communities throughout our country and the world, and that the situation is getting more dire every day. Do you agree with that assessment?
Yes.
The good news is that when we transform the energy world, there will be dislocation, and no one can deny that. What the economists tell us is that we have the potential to create a hell of a lot more jobs in energy efficiency and sustainable energy and all the technologies you have been talking about than we lose. Do you have a sense of how many good-paying, new, hopefully union jobs we can create if we are aggressive in transforming our energy system?
I do know the goal was to create 10 million in the United States using these technologies. Huge opportunity.
That is extraordinary. And while there will be, clearly, as we make the transformation, loss of some jobs, no question about it, correct me if I'm wrong, but 10 million is a hell of a lot more jobs being created than being lost. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, let me ask you this. If magically the United States did everything we could to transform our energy system and cut back on carbon emissions, we still have the rest of the world out there. This is a problem that cannot be solved by any one nation. Can you talk a little bit, and I know we have John Kerry who's going to be working on these issues as well, but we are going to have to be reaching out in a way that we have never done to China, to Russia, to India, to Brazil, to countries all over the world to get them on board. Do you have any sense of how we can do that?
Well, part of the executive order that was issued today really emphasized this very issue, elevating the importance of our international reach and partnership with not just economic allies, but also competitors like China. And this is another reason why I think it had a lot of foresight in appointing John Kerry to be the climate envoy, I think is the title.
Czar is what I think it's affectionately called. Is that right?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was czar, but one way or the other, it's a powerful position that signals our leadership, that we are back. It was the importance of re-entering the Paris Accord as well, that we could not be an outlier in this, and we need to lead by example, but also lead by bringing our allies and competitors along with us.
Look, I mean, China is going to be hard hit by climate. There'll be sections of that country underwater. Do you see possibilities of us working together with China, India, other countries?
I do, but I know that our eyes must be wide open.
Right, right. Let me ask you this. We talk about the destruction that climate change is and will be bringing to the world. We talk about the potential of good-paying jobs. One of the things I think we don't talk about enough is that, in fact, sustainable energy can lower electric bills for a whole lot of people. Just Jane and I, in our home in Burlington, Vermont, which is not the sunniest, we're not Florida or Arizona, but I think we spent something like $10,000 with the tax credits that we received to install solar. Our electricity bill has gone down, I think, by 90%. We're going to pay it off in 7 years. That means over a 20-year period, we're reducing our electric bill by 50%. Is that a point that we are getting out enough? And what are we going to do, to the average working class family who today may not be able to afford that $10,000? How do we say we can lower your electric bill if you move to solar? You have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think this is a role for the Department of Energy in addition to the jobs piece. For example, the energy efficiency acts that Congress has passed over the years have saved families just on efficiency about $500 per family per year, has been amazingly successful. The same thing, we should be taking a look at how, as a nation, we can reduce the upfront costs of installing solar in every state, because the sun shines everywhere.
So in other words, if I lend you $10,000 to invest in solar, and you don't see any increase in your electric bill. In other words, you're going to be paying off the loan
Right.
rather than an electric bill. Is that an approach that makes sense to you?
Yes, I would say that I did the same thing, and I pay every month as well. But our overall energy bill has dropped significantly, even by paying off the loan. And that's the kind of information we want to get.
That's right. And I think we don't talk about that enough.
Right.
Lastly, Vermont has been a leader for many years in a whole variety of environmental issues, including energy efficiency and sustainable energy. I would love to work with you to see how we can strengthen our connection with some of the national labs, including the National Renewable Energy Lab. Is that something we can work together on?
Of course, of course.
Okay. Thank you very much.